Like and subscribe. Understand this, I am spiritually elite. I teach on my channel spiritual philosophy, which is the philosophy of the gods. I don't forget anything. My job is to collect, store information, and pass it on to my people in the future. When Bill Clinton was president, the Secretary of State was a black man named Ron Brown. What Ron Brown tried to do is create a nexus, a relationship, business-wise, between Africans and African Americans to uplift the people. On their trip back to the United States, Bill Clinton was on a separate plane than Ron Brown. Ron Brown's plane went down, and that was the last we heard of him. You see, Ron Brown was trying to create unity, the same way Gaddafi was trying to create unity when he tried to give, I think it was $1 billion to Farrakhan for the uplifting of African Americans. The United States government would not allow that transfer of cash to go through. Every time we have tried to connect with Africa, white supremacists, white imperialists has always tried to divide us the same way they have been dividing African nations and making African nations dependent upon them through through aid. They take billions from Africa, trillions from Africa, and then give Africa financial aid in the millions. And then that money doesn't go where it's supposed to go. But it brings me to this point. Now they're trying to divide us again. But whereas before they did it themselves, now they use us against us. The feminist movement, what did we get from that? We got black women becoming divestors. And instead of creating unity within the black family, they are attacking black men and talking about divesting. They want to sprinkle. Have you ever heard of that? They brag about using black men and taking advantage of black men. Kevin Samuels tried to bring us together and reunite the black family, and he was doing it slowly but surely. He mysteriously passed away, just like all of our leaders pass away. Now they're using black women as divestors. They have used them to break up the black family. It has been done. And so now, in the month of June, around 130,000 black women were fired from their job. They are of no value anymore. But hold on. They are still of value because now they're being used to divide Africans from African Americans. They're talking about we should go to war against Africans. And who would that benefit? It would benefit white supremacists. Divide and conquer. And black women are just foolish and stupid enough to go for it. They say some of the most asinine things I've ever heard in my life. A man marries a woman, a black woman. He's working a job and another part-time job to try to take care of his family. Then he finds out that she has $20,000 of his money stashed away for a rainy day in case she gets sick of him and she wants a divorce. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It should be S-H-I-T, S-H-I-T on us. That is what sprinkle, sprinkle means. A black man interested in a woman wants to take her on a date and get to know her. A family restaurant isn't good enough for her. She wants to go to a 5-star restaurant. And all she's going to do is use him for that date because she has no interest in him. And they brag about this all the time on YouTube. They've been caught twerking on the sites where Africans were being transported to the United States in bondage. Instead of going there respecting the historical site, the black women go on top and they twerk. This is a place for them to twerk. They don't even get along with each other. They go on a trip to Mexico, and the sister who did most of the financing, she's beaten, deleted, then they come back to America. They don't even get, and the American judicial system don't even charge them. I mean, and I say this to show the character of African American women. I'm not saying all are like this, but too many are. Too many are a part of the sisterhood. Not the black family, not the African American family. They have alienated themselves and they're part of the sisterhood. And then some call themselves divestors. And then they're seeking to date who? The very people that is in charge of white supremacy and systemic racism. They make videos talking about white men love black women. And these women fall for it. Then the ones with money, they marry white men with less money, get divorced, and end up paying child support. And in some cases, child support and alimony. I'm talking about the character of African American women. Not all, but too many. And now they are being used to separate African American from Africa. The only continent that we are welcomed. They are trying to start a division so that if the ish hits the fan, we have nowhere to go. And we'll be stuck here trying to defend some divestors. We can't let them do it. We cannot allow them to do it. Like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. And get this message out, please. God bless us, and God bless us all.